'Cause I'm addicted to you. 'Cause I'm addicted to you.
Thank you for tuning into Culture Fix. Today I'm joined by singer-songwriter, actor, artist and all-round creative talent Michele Morrone. Michele released the successful album Darkroom in 2020 and now follows up with his second full-length album Double, which is released today. Fans will know Michele for his acting work, also the star of Netflix's hugely popular 365 Days series. Michele joins me today to chat about his new album and his distinguished career so far.
Hello, what's up?
Hey Michele, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much.
Good.
How about
Exciting
you?
day for you. Album time.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's like I just gave birth.
Well, it must feel a bit like a baby because, it's been 3 years since your last album, and
Exactly.
obviously the fans are excited for it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's why I just told you that, because it was a long journey, and I wasn't ready before to do it because I was incredibly, busy on filming and doing a lot of other things. But now it was the right moment to come out.
Absolutely. Well, I've had a listen, really enjoy it, and I think it's a real kind of natural progression from Darkroom. And there's elements that are definitely familiar, and your soul's still in it. But you explore different themes. I'd love if you could tell me a little bit about the themes and the inspirations behind Double.
Double. Okay, I mean, I was really inspired by a condition that something that they diagnosed me last year, which was I was in a bad situation. I couldn't understand why and what was going on with me, and I went and I was diagnosed with a form of bipolarism called cyclotopia,
Okay.
and I got treated for that. And at the first moment, I felt like I was a little bit shocked. I was a little bit scared, but then I decided to take it as a weapon, you know. And I created an album and a song called Double. Uh, I mean, double me because of this situation, and I just didn't want it to be too serious about it. Although it's maybe might be serious, but I just wanted to kind of, kill a little bit this fears I had towards this condition, and
Yeah.
I created this song called Double.
And obviously music is a sort of form of therapy as well.
It is.
And I guess it's part of the sort of coping process and understanding process of that sort of diagnosis. So I guess it's the best outlet, isn't it? Music to kind of get that out your system.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it is a therapy. It is a therapy. Even if we're not, if it's sad, if you're in a sad moment and you listen to a sad song, you're gonna feel much more sad as well. If you're happy, likewise. I mean, in the same at the same time, you're gonna feel better if you listen to something that you like.
Yeah.
So it's an incredible magic.
So Sweet Dreams are made of this. The Eurythmics hit also features on the album. It's your version. Talk to me about why you wanted to cover Sweet Dreams.
I grew up with the song because my sisters used to make me listen to this song so many times when I was a kid. And then Marilyn Manson came out with the same song, and I was incredibly in love with the song. So I just felt like I wanted to do my version of it, and I just got the courage, to do it, because you have to feel ready sometimes, or maybe not. Why not? You just have to be happy when you do something, and
Absolutely, as long as you're enjoying it. Yeah.
I was enjoying it, and I did it. Actually, I did it my way, and I
Yeah.
was happy about it.
Absolutely, and it's funny because listening to it in the context of the album, it really works. It fits the natural progression and the flow of the album, and actually, it feels like an original song the way you've interpreted it. So,
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
so the album art, we need to talk about that because I know you're a really keen artist as well, and it's this really striking image of the sort of the record cover sort of piece of artwork that's being sort of burned. Can you talk to me a little bit about what the thinking was behind the album cover?
The album cover is actually the cover in the cover. I mean, like again, I was trying to find a way to reproduce this double concept of me related to the diagnosis, like, which is bipolarism. So I tried to put two version in the cover, which is the music, and inside another passion that I have, which is the painting.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find out the best way to do it, and I decided to put the art inside the art, which is the paint in the cover music, in my album cover music.
Yeah. It's going to look good on vinyl. I see that there's a vinyl release coming later in the year. I think
Yeah,
it'll really look quite striking in an LP.
yeah.
So what do you hope that listeners get from listening to Double? What emotions do you hope that you kind of spark in them?
To be honest, I just would like them to enjoy my album. I'm not expecting anything from my audience. I'm just expecting to listen a good song and feel something.
Yeah.
I don't know what, happiness, sadness, angry, or being happy or crazy. Just feel something, you know.
And I think people will attach their own emotion to songs, and depending on what's going on in their life when they're listening to
Yeah,
it and how their day's been. So yeah,
because there's we like different kind of songs. We're talking about, for example, electro, or we're talking about blues or rock, you know. So it depends on you, on your mood.
yeah. Let's talk about the music creation process. So, it could be the writing, it could be the recording, the vocals in the studio, or the production. What is your favorite part of the process?
My favorite part is that when I get into the studio, anything can happen. Anything can happen. I usually start from the beat, from a beat I like, or from like dance of the guitar, and then I go with the flow. I start to create the flow, some fake words that goes, behind the music, and then when I realize the mood of the song, I just create, the lyrics, and that's how it goes.
Yeah. It's very interesting because I know obviously a lot of people might go into the studio with, I'm going to go and create this type of song. So are you more of a kind of natural, go in, feel the mood? How are you feeling? What kind of comes out and
No,
quite
I'm just
spontaneous?
kind of natural. Like, I just go to the studio. I like to go in the studio knowing that I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. It's exciting. I want to kind of jump over, and I know I've seen on your Instagram that you're a fan of kind of horror and sort of gothic imagery.
Mhm.
Would you like to kind of work in that genre of sort
Oh
of
yeah.
horror
Oh
cinema?
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a huge fan. If you're talking about films in the cinema, I'm a huge fan of
Yeah,
the of this gothic,
yeah,
black and white old movies um that are out there. So yeah, I would love to work on one of these things, because it really relates to me.
yeah. Do you have any favorites from the sort of the horror film world that stand out to you?
Well, I'm not like, it's more than horror movies. I like I like other kind, like gothic, but not. I'm not talking about horror.
Yeah,
Um, no, how can I say? Uh,
I guess maybe the
it's
themes
more
are more kind of darker.
it's more like a Tim Burton mood, which is,
Yeah,
yes, it is like it's sort of horror, but it's a funny sort of horror.
yeah.
It's
I
Tim
get what you mean.
Burton, it's not horror that you want to be scared. It's a nice and sad and nostalgic way to see the horror. That's
Yeah,
what I mean.
I like it. Um, so you've been working in the entertainment industry for quite a while now. What advice would you give to your younger self?
To my younger self,
Yeah,
oh my God, I would just keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing it right. I mean,
fantastic. Have you, jumping back to Double, have you thought about the next single? I see Addicted was shared today on social media. Are you thinking maybe that could be your next single?
Addicted is a part of the album. So I
Yeah.
think that the next single, I'm gonna throw out there something that didn't came out yet.
Okay. Interesting.
Mhm, mhm.
So, thinking back of your career in music and cinema, in television, what is your proudest achievement so far?
The proudest achievement, uh, like the proudest achievement is that with all of the job I've done, I became well known in the whole world
Yeah.
because of my job, because of my hard work, because of my struggled life, past struggled life. So this is the most beautiful thing of today, because after a lot of hard work and white nights, you know, I arrived to a point that I'm like very well known in the whole world. So yeah.
Yeah. What point did you realize that okay, this is worked, what I'm doing is right, people seem to appreciate my artwork, my films, my kind of music? What point did you realize that you kind of made it?
I realized that like right after 365 days came out. So that I've passed from 4,000 followers to 3.2 million.
Yeah.
But and then in that moment I thought like, okay, something is going on.
Yeah. I need to ask about 365 days because I know the fans will be very interested in that. I was really lucky to see it in the cinema. It got a cinema release in the
Oh,
UK.
you did?
Yeah, before it hit Netflix, it actually
Oh,
was in UK cinemas. So I was
wow.
lucky to see it in the cinema. Is that a series that you'd be keen to return to if all the kind of parts fell into place?
Again, I'm sorry, I didn't get the question.
Would you be keen to return to the series and do a kind of fourth film?
Oh, right now I'm extremely busy with some other projects.
Yeah.
I'm actually coming out with my next film at the end of the year, beginning of the next one. I don't know still. With a movie called Subservience, and I'm leading with Megan Fox. It's a
Fantastic.
Hollywood production. At the moment, it's 365 days is in my heart, but I don't think I'm gonna
Yeah.
go back and doing the fourth part. For now, I mean, maybe one day I'll do it, but for now, I'm very focused on some other jobs.
Fantastic. As a proud Italian, where are your favorite places in Italy?
I live in Milan right now, but I'm switching between Milan and Los Angeles because all of my agents are there in LA. So I have to go by time to time. So yeah.
How are you finding the pace of life shifting from Italy to the US? I know Los Angeles is
Oh, there's a
busy, it's full on.
huge big difference.
Yeah.
Italy is my hometown. It's my mother. When I go to the States, I feel a little bit alone,
Yeah.
because it's so far away. But yeah, I
Yeah.
have to do it, and I'm happy to do it.
I need to ask about the UK. You've performed a few live dates across Europe. Do you think you could bring your music and a sort of concert to the UK for your fans here?
I would love to do that. I would really love to do that. It's not something I'm planning to do, tours or concerts, but it's something that it is stuck in the back of my head. So I'm gonna if I will get a request, I'll for sure come to UK to do it.
Fantastic. Well, we would love to have you here.
Thank you so much, Andrew.
I really appreciate you taking the time. I know it's been a really busy day for you, and you'll be back-to-back interviews. So thank you for your answers, and thanks for taking
Thank
the
you
time
for
to
your
chat.
time, Priel. I really appreciate talking to you.
Cause I'm addicted to you. Cause I'm addicted to you.